What if sea creatures could talk? What if they can tell us about the cultures that dreamed them up? From terrifying giants lurking in icy waters to benevolent water spirits guiding sailors, these beings aren't just stories. They're reflections of human fears, hopes, and the mysteries of the ocean. Today, we're diving deep into 5 legendary sea monsters and spirits, from the icy Nordic waters to the tropical Mediterranean, that reveal how different societies understood the vast, mysterious ocean. So grab your diving gear and your curiosity. Let's set sail on this mythic voyage. 1. The Kraken, Scandinavian sea giant. Let's start where the legendary tales of the deep truly took shape: Scandinavia. The icy waters of Norway, Greenland, and the North Atlantic are home to one of the most iconic mythical sea creatures, the Kraken. The Kraken's legend originates from Scandinavian maritime traditions. Sailors who braved the treacherous North Atlantic whispered stories of a colossal beast lurking beneath the waves, an ancient guardian of the ocean's depths, feared for its ability to swallow entire ships. The earliest written references appear in 13th century Norwegian chronicles, like the Urvar Odds saga, which describes a massive sea monster that could drag ships into the abyss. Its legend grew in the 18th century through accounts by Bishop Erik Pontoppidan, who detailed sightings of enormous tentacles rising from the water, striking terror into sailors. The Kraken is often depicted as resembling a giant squid or octopus, massive with tentacles that could wrap around ships and drag them under the waves. Some descriptions even portray it as a towering sea giant, a creature of unimaginable size. Symbolically, the Kraken embodies the fear of the unknown, the unexplored depths of the ocean that hide monsters and secrets beyond human comprehension. For ancient sailors, it was a symbol of nature's power and the ocean's unpredictability. Many scholars believe the legend of the Kraken was inspired by sightings of real giant squids, Architeuthis, which can reach over 40 feet in length. These elusive creatures, rarely seen alive, fueled tales of monstrous beings lurking in the deep. Today, the Kraken has become a cultural icon, appearing in movies, books, and games, symbolizing the mighty, untamable force of the sea. It reminds us that some mysteries of the ocean remain beyond our reach, and perhaps that's exactly what makes it so captivating. 2. The Nereids, Greek benefactor spirits. Next, we voyage to the Mediterranean, where the ancient Greeks told stories of beautiful, benevolent sea nymphs, the Nereids. The Nereids are the 50 daughters of Nereus, the old man of the sea, and Doris, an ocean nymph. They dwell in the Aegean Sea and often accompany Poseidon, the god of the sea. They make their first appearances in Hesiod's Theogony, 8th century BC, where they are described as gentle, protective spirits of the ocean. Homer also mentions them in the Iliad and the Odyssey, depicting them as kind companions to sailors and gods alike, depicted as beautiful maidens, sometimes mermaid-like. They embody the nurturing and protective aspects of the sea. Unlike Sirens, who lure sailors with dangerous songs, the Nereids tend to assist and guide mariners, symbolizing safety amid chaos. Some Nereids are tied to specific qualities. For example, Galatea symbolizes calm seas and good fortune, while Thetis is known as the mother of Achilles, emphasizing strength and nurturing. While in later European folklore, mermaids are often associated with temptation and danger, the Nereids stand for the benevolent and life-giving nature of the ocean. They represent a respect for the sea's bounty and its guardianship. In essence, the Nereids reflect the Greeks' reverence for the sea as a provider and protector, a source of life, but also one that demands respect. 3. Umibözu, Japanese sea spirit. Crossing the Pacific, we arrive in Japan, where legends speak of a mysterious and fearsome sea spirit known as the Umibözu. The Umibözu appears in Japanese folklore, especially among fishermen and sailors from the Edo period, 17th to 19th centuries. Tales of this supernatural being are found in yokai emaki, illustrated scrolls depicting supernatural entities. Stories of the Umibözu date back centuries, describing encounters during calm seas. In these stories, the creature emerges suddenly, rising from the water to challenge sailors, sometimes sinking ships, other times warning them. The Umibözu is often depicted as a giant, monk-like figure with indistinct features rising from the waves. Its name translates roughly to sea monk, and its appearance resembles a large, shrouded figure with a bald, rounded head, hence the monk comparison. It symbolizes the wrath of the sea spirits, nature's fury, and the unpredictable, dangerous moods of the ocean. Some interpret it as the spirit of the drowned, or a manifestation of natural fears of rogue waves. Some believe the Umibözu represents natural phenomena, rogue waves, sudden storms that sailors feared and attributed to supernatural causes. Its monk-like form may link to Buddhist concepts, emphasizing the spiritual seriousness of the sea's dangers. This creature reminds us that the ocean's power can be both unpredictable and deadly, a force that demands respect and caution. 4. Sedna, Inuit sea goddess. Now, let's venture into the icy Arctic waters of Canada, Greenland, and Alaska, where the Inuit speak of Sedna, a figure central to their mythology. Sedna is the goddess of the sea and marine animals. She embodies the vitality of the ocean, but also its dangers, a powerful spirit worshipped and feared by Inuit communities for centuries. Oral traditions tell of Sedna's story for generations. In the 19th century, explorers and missionaries recorded her myth, which explains the origins of sea creatures and the importance of maintaining good relations with her. Sedna is often depicted as a beautiful woman with long hair, sitting beneath the sea. According to legend, her father, angry or jealous, cast her into the ocean to rid himself of her. As she clung to his kayak, he cut off her fingers, her severed fingers transforming into seals, whales, and walruses. She now rules the underwater realm, and shamans perform rituals to appease her, ensuring a bounty of marine life. In some versions, Sedna is a tragic victim, a symbol of abandonment and loss. In others, she is a powerful, even vengeful ruler of the ocean's creatures. She embodies both the fertility of the sea and its unpredictable, dangerous aspects. She teaches respect for the ocean's bounty and the importance of harmony with nature, a vital lesson for communities dependent on marine resources. 5. The Sirens, Greek mystic temptresses. Finally, we return to the Mediterranean, but this time to the mythic sirens of Greek legend. The sirens originated in Greek mythology, first described in Homer's Odyssey, 8th century BC. Their haunting voices lured sailors to their doom in the treacherous waters around the Tyrrhenian Sea. Homer describes the sirens as dangerous creatures, half woman, half bird, whose enchanting songs could lure sailors to shipwreck. Later, during the Middle Ages, their image evolved into mermaid-like beings, blending allure with peril. Originally depicted as half bird, half woman, the sirens' beauty and their deadly singing symbolize temptation, desire, and the peril of giving in to allure at the expense of safety. In the Odyssey, Odysseus orders his men to plug their ears with wax and has himself tied to the mast so he can hear their song without succumbing. Over time, the sirens shifted from deadly monsters to romanticized mermaids, symbols of longing, mystery, and the seductive power of the sea. They embody the dangerous allure of temptation and the risks of desire and curiosity. They remind us that not all beauty is benign, especially in the vast, unpredictable ocean. So, what do these 5 mythical sea creatures tell us about their cultures? The Kraken reflects humanity's fear of the unknown depths and the power of nature. The Nereids embody benevolence and the protective aspect of the sea. The Umibözu symbolizes the unpredictable fury of the ocean and natural disasters. Sedna represents the sacredness and life-giving and deadly forces of marine life. The Sirens illustrate the allure and danger of temptation at sea. Each creature, from the colossal to the benevolent, reveals how societies understood, respected, and feared the vast ocean that surrounds them. They are lessons in humility, reverence, and acknowledgement of nature's mysteries. Next time you think of mythical sea monsters, remember, they're more than just stories. They're echoes of human fears and values, cast into the depths of legend. If you enjoyed this voyage into the mythical oceans and the cultures that created these legendary creatures, give this video a like, subscribe for more deep dives into history and mythology, and share in the comments. Which of these sea spirits or monsters would you least want to encounter in the dark waters? Remember, these legends aren't just stories. They're reflections of human fears, respect, and awe for the powerful, mysterious ocean that surrounds us. They remind us that even in the age of technology, the sea's depths still hold secrets that inspire our imagination and caution alike. So next time you gaze out over the water, think about the ancient stories lurking beneath, waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, stay curious, respect the mysteries of the sea, and keep exploring the stories that shape our world.